Hi again, guys. This is the third in a series of videos, and this one picks up where video number 2 left off, and that was managing rates from the Federal Reserve Economic Database. Now we're going to talk about when the FRED data isn't timely enough. So our hypothetical situation is that the as of date is 5/2/2015. We've gone as far as we can go on the FRED database, and we're going to stick to that, assuming that Bloomberg is not an option. And we've seen that the latest data is from April 24th, 2015. So what we'd really like to do is use more timely data. When I go into the Stored Rates tab, I see that, in fact, April 24th is the latest data that we have stored. When I go into the Rates tab, I see that these are the data points that came from April 24th. We want to overwrite those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in yesterday's date, and I'm going to go out and get observable rates for these. So let me go out, get those, and paste them in. So here I'm going to paste those in, assuming that I've gotten them from some other place. And boom, there they are. And now I'm going to do what I would do if I had retrieved these from FRED. I'm going to my NSS tab. I see that, I don't really have a nice fit here, so I need to fit the zero curve. So I do that right here. If we were not on a full screen, or there were a little bit better parameters here, we'd be able to see the work behind the scenes that the solver's doing to use the Nelson-Siegel-Svensson method for interest rate curve fitting and come up with a nice fit. It took 68 seconds to run. And now I've got a pretty good fit here. We're, 4/100ths of a basis point on average away from this curve. So as I go back and I say, okay, now I've got my, when I check the rates, I've got those rates that I've overridden. I've got the NSS data that gives me a nice smooth curve fitting. I'm going to go in and store these rates. So when I actually go in here, I say store the FRED data and the NSS. Remember, it was in the FRED area that I overrode those dates. Then I fit the zero curve. Now I'm going to store them. And in fact, I didn't do this, so I'm going to cancel to quit. This is saying that 424 already exists. Why does it think it wants to put data in 424? That's because I didn't put the new date here. So I'm going to go here and say, all right, this is the date that in fact I want to record and store and so forth, which is a good thing. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to say, all right, do this again, store, and boom, I've got all of these stored here. The rates, the raw rates that I overrode, and the NSS data. It gives me a nice smooth curve. That's basically it. I can go ahead and run this as I would normally do, and I've saved the rates appropriately. As always, you can learn more at our website, graylinepartners.com. That's GRAYLINE partners.com.